Hey guys, I just got the HTC Ultra and I wanted to do a quick unboxing video for you. This is my first time actually seeing the device for the first time up close and personal, so it will be just as much as a surprise to me as it is to you. A few things I just wanted to point out about the packaging. It's very similar to what we've seen in the past with HTC, but it is definitely all about this device. If you can kind of see as I move this, it's kind of this iridescent embossing where kind of this drawing of the device is on the cover, and then also where it says Ultra itself. So that's kind of cool. It's a nice little design touch. No branding of any carrier whatsoever. In the past, when I've gotten devices, HTC devices, I was on another carrier, and it seemed to be more about the carrier and not the device itself. So this is a nice, clean kind of look to the packaging. Rounded corners, we've seen this before. As a matter of fact, here's my HTC One device, and it's got a little bit of branding, carrier branding there, but kind of the same deal. It's a little bit thicker, the newer HTC Ultra device from the One. But I like these because I keep the packaging of my device, because when I give these away, to my family, which I've done in the past, I like to hand over the whole thing, everything that's kind of in there. So this is nice because you can, easily kind of store these away. I really like these. I actually just took this out of my bookshelf. So it's really easy and nice to stow away. Really nice touch on here. You see it says HTC. But then if you turn it to the side, then you see that the U has got that. You guys may not be able to see it. It's got that embossing. There we go. That iridescent embossing that the rest of the sketch on the front of the packaging has, which is nice. It's tying into the focus of being all about the consumer and making devices and products that are consumer focused. So that's really nice. And then on the back here, you just got some, information about what's on the device, some of the specs, what to expect inside of the box. So this particular one is a 64 gig. You guys may or may not be able to see it, but I'll just run it down really quickly. It's a Qualcomm Snapdragon 5.7-inch screen display with the Gorilla Glass and dual display. I'm really excited to play around with the dual display. I've seen some videos out there about this, and in a nutshell, dual display will allow you to quickly see notifications for the things that you've selected as being the most important. So that could be email, that could be text, but basically your phone, I believe, is unlocked and you're able to see those, or not unlocked, and you're able to see kind of those quick notifications. It's essentially a second screen though. But again, I've not played around with the device, so I won't speak too much about that. I will possibly do a follow-up video kind of playing around with that, but you guys can totally Google and find out about what the second screen is like on the HTC Ultra. You can always go to htc.com, and it's the first device when you go to the website. As far as the camera, you've got 12 megapixel ultra pixels, and that is specific to HTC. One of the things that I really love about HTC devices is that I am not the kind of photo geek that goes into my settings of my phone and play around with different things. And I don't mean geek in a mean way. We all geek out about different things. It's not one of the things I geek out about. And so I like it because right out of the box, right away, if I want to take a photo, I can. And I know that it's going to be a really nice photo. Over the years, with different HTC devices, I've taken really nice photos of different places in Chicago of my children, and it's really nice to be able to go back and look at some of those photos. And as photos on mobile devices evolve, they will, you know, only continue to get better. Most people are using their mobile devices as their main kind of way to take photos. So it's one of the things that I always give kind of big kudos to HTC for always making sure that you have some really nice options when it comes to taking photos. So I'm really excited to play around with that, and I'm really excited to play around with the 16 megapixel panoramic selfie. And so I kind of got to test drive this a little bit last year on a different device. But it'll be nice to actually take this out kind of around the city. Hopefully we are done with snow and are heading into spring. And so it will be nice to kind of go downtown and take some really nice pictures of some of the architecture and buildings downtown, or maybe even some action shots of my kids. So I'll kind of play around with that. I've played around with panorama before on a different HTC device at Wrigley Field for a game, and it was nice to be able to give kind of a, you know, 360 view of everything. But to do it in selfie mode, to include yourself in the photo, that's a really nice feature, I think. So yeah, maybe for the summer I'll be able to get to Wrigley and go to a Cubs game and do kind of a selfie with this. So that will be cool. There's a nano SIM. Pretty much all devices, most devices have those. This has a micro SD of a max of 2 terabytes. That is insane. Insane in a good way though, because this is only a 64 gigabyte onboarded device. So if you're a person that takes a lot of photos like I do, or videos, you're a heavy user, that tends to obviously eat away at your space. And even if you are auto uploading photos and things to your Google Photos, you still have to take that extra step to kind of delete things off of your own device. And also if you're a heavy app user, I know I am. So it's great to be able to have the option of adding some extra space here. So that's cool. It's got a fingerprint. It's got HTC Sonic. This is also new for HTC, and basically this is their approach of being able to provide positional sound for like video and audio recordings, giving you kind of a 360 degree immersive audio of, you know, whatever kind of video that you're kind of recording, or videos that maybe you recorded at a concert or things like that. So it'll be interesting to play around with that. I always have such a tough time with in the ear headphones or devices, just because of my ears and, you know, depending on how they're shaped. So these seem to have an interesting shape to them. So I'm hoping that won't be an issue, but I'll update you guys on that. What else? So it's a Qualcomm 3.0, Wi-Fi obviously, 4G, LTE. So yeah, so that's it. Just giving you kind of a little bit of information about the device itself. So let's go ahead and open it up. Again, if you want to get more of the specs on this device, you can, as you can see, I'm opening this up with a coupon code. If anybody shops at Coach, let me know in the comments. You can have this coupon code. It's got some percentages off, some big savings. I will gladly send it over to you. So this is HTC's Ultra that I'm doing an unboxing for. Again, this is a first for me, first time I'm seeing the device. It does come in 3 different colors. It's a beautiful blue color. There's like this iridescent kind of white, I guess I would say, which is kind of cool. Kind of probably mimics the design on the box. And then there's also black as well. The one other kind of cool thing I'll point out about this device, and just again from the research that I've done online, this is my first time seeing it, is it has HTC Sense Companion, which is essentially HTC's answer to AI, artificial intelligence technology. So it's adaptive. It will learn, get to learn things about you over time, the things that it sees you using probably most frequently, and that's just where technology is going right now. So there you go. There's a 5.7-inch screen, it's giving you some directions, letting you know where the fingerprint is, where your power key is. Pop that out. There we go. It's really, really nice. It's a nice shade of blue. One thing that I will say about HTC when it comes to when they do the color blue on mobile devices, they do it really well. I had their their first Windows device, and it was in blue, and I really loved it. It had a matte finish to it, which was really nice. I don't know why I'm struggling to like open this. Probably being just super careful. But I still have that device. It's probably the only one that I have not given away aside from my M8, which is, or my HTC One, I should say, which is what I have now. Seriously, I'm sure it's not that difficult to get this off. But I like just washed my hands and put lotion on, so that's probably why my hands are sliding. All right, there we go. So yeah, so I chose to go with the color blue. I do love it. This one in particular is called Sapphire. I have a special affinity to Sapphire. No, I was not born in the month of September, but that is when my wedding anniversary is. So when there is a blue option, I tend to just go with it. So that is really nice. If you guys can kind of see that, you probably will see my face at some point. See me waving? Hi. Really nice. It feels really great immediately. You got your speaker down there at the bottom. You got your port for your AirPods. All of these are going to be the USB type C cable. Good size device. I don't know if there's any juice on this, but I can tell you automatically that I am liking this. It's very thin. I've got my buttons on the right side. They're only on the right side, but you guys can see kind of, sorry, how thin that is. Hopefully you guys can see the nice color blue. I'm recording this video with my rig, guys, so yeah, really cool. Let's see if we can turn it on. Your extra micro SD would go there, or probably your SIM. So let's see if I can get it going. There we go. So while that's kind of booting up, I'll probably have to put in my Wi-Fi stuff or whatever, which I won't bore you guys with this video. This really was just to kind of get it open. I need to play around with this. As I said, this is my first time getting my hands on one and doing a test drive, but you could Google and totally find other videos where people are going and doing a deeper dive into the device itself. They've had some time to play around with it, a lot of the early adopters. So this is my pen tool, which is nice. I've got a bunch of these. You open that up and there are the AirPods. There they go. So it'll be probably one of the first things I'll play around with and see what's my bandwidth of how long I can actually keep those in. I have a pair of Beats that are noise canceling, and so they're great for that. But I can only keep them in my ear for 45 minutes before they start to hurt. There's the base to the charger. some additional silicone coverings for the ear pods. The charger itself, that USB Type-C cable, just kind of the new kind of fatter thing if you guys haven't seen this, but it's kind of where things are going right now. So it's slightly bigger, you know, for sure. And then it looks like we have a case, which is nice. This is probably the first time I've gotten an HTC that has a case, so but it's a good durable, you know, yeah, it's just a clear case. I don't want to say it's silicone. I mean, you definitely can bend it, but it's also hard, a little hard as well. So oh, that's the phone coming on. So yeah, you it's obviously nice that it's clear, so it won't take away from the beautiful design of the back of the phone, the Sapphire. But that's a nice touch. I don't know any other brands that give you a case. That's typically the upsell for the people in the store. You got a cleaning cloth. Those are always nice. You can never have too many of those. Some nice little, these are like little sticky things. So to get that extra lint and things, kind of the nastiness or the messiness that phones get sometimes. Okay, if you need service and repair, that's just basically what that is. And then, yeah, all your instruction manuals and things like that. How many of you guys actually read these? I mean, I don't. It's like when I get a new video game, I don't read the instructions on how to play it. I just hop on it and start playing. So, but you know that someone took the time to write these out, and they may come in handy. But that's what you have there. So yeah, so that is everything that's included. You know, like I said, I think it's great that there is a case involved. I've always had really good luck with my phones where I don't break them, and a big part of that is due to the fact that I get a really nice, sturdy, dependable case. So that's the welcome screen right there. I'm not going to go in depth and play with this because I don't want this video to run too long. I really just kind of wanted to give you guys a view of what's kind of inside the box. Let you see kind of the nice, beautiful sapphire blue that this phone is. I don't feel like you guys are probably getting the full effect. Might be a tad bit dark where I am. So I'll take some photos and I'll post them. So you'll get to see those as well. Like I said, really nice. It is definitely phablet, feels really good. In the hand, it's super, super thin. Beautiful color. It's got that Gorilla Glass, which, you know, hearing it, you know, that there's another device that will likely come out in the market that may be all glass. So that should be interesting to see. But this is done very well. Like I said, when it comes to the blue, I really like how HTC approaches it. You can tell there's a lot of thought that goes into the design and the right color of blue. This will probably be a device that I will not give away. Like I said, I definitely have a love for the color for the color blue. But yeah, I've got a ton to do, ton of homework, play around with the device.